If you've ever survived abuse, you are fully aware that it goes much deeper than what is seen on the surface. And while people may attribute blame in all the wrong places, it's crucial to understand that it's not your fault. Hi, and welcome back to Human Mechanics. Today we're delving into the profound yet invisible effects of trauma on the brain. We aim to shed light on this complex issue and help break the cycle of blame and misunderstanding surrounding abuse. When in an abusive situation, your brain is under constant stress. The amygdala, the portion of your brain responsible for the fight or flight response, works in overdrive. This extreme activity doesn't decrease as the traumatic experience recedes into the past. Instead, it keeps you in a perpetual state of high alert, riddled with anxiety and fear, even in the absence of an imminent threat. Doesn't sound too fun, does it? Well, hold on, we're just revving the engines. While the amygdala is all ramped up, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that keeps emotions in check and assists in reasoning, takes a back seat. This imbalance can lead to a consistent and overwhelming sense of anxiety, an inability to concentrate, and startling with ease. Now imagine you're trying to recall all these distressing memories. It's not as straightforward as it might seem. Chronic stress shrinks the hippocampus, the memory and learning center of your brain, causing imprecise and fragmented recollections. So, when survivors experience a lack of clarity when attempting to recount their abuse, it doesn't signal deceit. This is, in reality, the brain's protective response to traumatic events. One particular mechanism the brain employs in the face of abuse is something known as emotional blunting, or, becoming numb to feelings. This serves as a coping mechanism during abuse, but many survivors struggle to revert this numbing effect, creating difficulties in experiencing positive emotions once the abuse ceases. Imagine driving a car where hitting the brakes doesn't necessarily stop it, and at times the gas pedal sticks, causing uncontrollable acceleration. It sounds terrifying, right? Well, that's a simplified illustration of how your brain operates post-trauma, a constant struggle between feeling too much and not feeling enough. Numerous studies, including those by Dr. Jamie Hansen and Malik and his team, tell us that abuse deeply impacts a person's emotional regulation and decision-making abilities. This often leads to impulsive behavior, poor academic performance, substance abuse, and risky sexual conduct, indicating that traumatic experiences extend far beyond mental and emotional boundaries. Depression and anxiety are common among abuse survivors. At times, the feelings of hopelessness and consternation are so overwhelming that they lead to long-term mental health disorders like clinical depression, PTSD, phobias, and even suicidality. That probably sounds grim, but here's a beacon of hope. Studies show our brains are adaptable and can heal. The path to reclaiming your mental health starts by understanding the science of trauma on your brain. And if you're a survivor, I implore, reach out for the professional help you need. You are not alone. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these hidden impacts of trauma. Feel free to share your experiences, thoughts, or questions in the comments. You never know who you might be helping by sharing. Thanks again for exploring this significant issue with us on Human Mechanics. We appreciate your time and support. If you enjoyed this conversation and learned something new, it would mean a lot to us if you like this video and consider subscribing to our channel.